Good fucking morning, boys. Good fucking morning, my little ponies. How are you all doing on this fine day? Fine day, brothers. Tuesday morning. The sun is shining. The grilled cheese contains orange cheddar. Or do you say red cheddar? Or do you say yellow cheddar? There's white cheddar, that's the one that I think is yellow, really. But then there's the orange one, which is probably called yellow cheddar. Either way, anyway, sharp cheddar. One guy in chat says, alright. Sharp cheddar. That's what we're eating. With exclusive turkey or something. So good. So good. I could eat grilled cheese every fucking day. Oh wait. I do. Life of a streamer, motherfuckers. I can eat grilled cheese every day. That's right. Come at me. Let's see when you reach your 40s. Storm Rider 69. Actually born in 69 probably. My man, my fella boomer. What the fuck? Bring back AI. It was malfunctioning, okay? It started to like plebs. Couldn't have that. Speaking of which, imagine if I actually got the AI on my stream, like the text to speech, right? Because here's the thing, right? I could have it, with no cam on. I could have it text to speech, and then I could just put on some copyright-free movie or something. Because the rules are that you have to interact. If you're watching a movie, like a copyright-free movie, as long as you interact with chat and, you know, comment on the movie and stuff, it's fine to do on stream. We watched a couple of movies on stream. But I could just have no cam, and then I could have no donation messages showing on stream. So every donation message will be read out, and then the donation messages will comment on stuff in my voice, make it seem like I'm at my computer, but I'm actually not at my computer. It can't really play games, right? But it can react. It can react. It can become a reaction streamer. AI could play games for you. No, but then it's obvious. Because I'm a god gamer. Like, the key here is pretending like I'm at my computer, so I don't get banned by Twitch, but I'm actually not at my computer. What are you gonna do? Trash on my shitty AI pronunciation? They can't tell if it's me or if it's the AI. I don't think this is you. This is definitely me. Take a right turn here. Oh wait. I promise we should watch the Immortal Jellyfish before the tournament, because this might take a while. I want to see the shit. Immortal Jellyfish. Extract the DNA, apply it to humans. Infinite profit.
One of the most incredible organisms living in the oceans of planet Earth is the Teratopsis doryni, more commonly known as the Immortal Jellyfish. It is a tiny transparent jellyfish that was first discovered in the 1880s in the Mediterranean Sea, but can be found in many oceans around the world. The thing that makes this strange, almost alien-like creature so incredible is that it is biologically immortal. This means that the creature can be killed, but doesn't seem to die from old age. Most jellyfish species have a relatively fixed lifespan, but this jellyfish is capable of reverting completely to a sexually immature stage after having reached maturity, which is kind of like a butterfly changing back to a caterpillar instead of dying. The immortal jellyfish begins its life as a larva called a planula. The planula eventually settles on the sea floor and grows into a cylindrical colony of polyps. These polyps then spawn jellyfish, which over a matter of weeks grow into adults. When fully grown, they are still tiny, around 4.5 millimeters across, but they seem to have an incredible skill.
The fuck?
When they become threatened by physical injury or even starvation,
that's how small they are.
Creatures can transform back to a juvenile polyp by retracting their tentacles, shrinking their bodies, and sinking to the ocean floor to start the cycle all over again. Over time, new genetically identical clones of the original jellyfish are released from the polyp into the sea. And incredibly, these can also transform back if threatened, meaning that the process can be repeated over and over. The natural process has inspired many researchers to hopefully find a way of using stem cells to renew damaged or dead tissue in humans. So one day in the future, humans may live for hundreds or even thousands of years, and this may well be achieved because of the research that went into the tiny blob we know as the immortal jellyfish.
You know what would be cool? If
would you like to have
if your
the
family
ability
had
to
one of
transform?
these for generations, like a pet immortal jellyfish, right? Passed down in generations, like a fucking 1,000-year-old pet. That would be kind of dank. That would be kind of dank. Food from World War II? What? That's crazy. Actually, I want to watch one of these. What did you say his name was? MRE openings. I guess I'll get him. World War II. I want to get World War II one. (1942) U.S. Army field ration.
Welcome to Uganda.
This is a World War II U.S. Army field ration seed.
How the fuck does he get a hold of these though? That's crazy.
B unit. Now the C ration's original objective was to provide the soldier with a readily carried ration which he could use in combat, independent of outside sources of supply and central preparation facilities. This one here was produced November 1942, and prototypes went as far back as 1936.
Why even put the date? It lasts for fucking ever.
Major procurements first started in 1941, and in 1942 the number of cans per case changed from 36 to 48, 24 being B units and 24 being M units. B standing for biscuit and M standing for meat. 55 million cases of C ration.
My man, gosh, is my dick long unicorn. Thank you for 20 gifted subs. My man. I got 20. And Bike Thief 420 with the 5 gifted subs as well. Boys, you're beautiful. All y'all. All y'all. Thank you very much. That is my food ration. Appreciate it, boys.
In 1942. So 55 million times 24, that's how many B units were produced that year. That's 1,320,000,000 B units produced in the year of 1942. So it's listed here: biscuit, confection, and beverage. Key for M unit enclosed. Alright, so let's check this out.
Is this even gonna work?
Key.
No. Oh, okay, okay. Wait, what the fuck? That's how you open it.
No hiss.
No hiss.
Oh wow, check that out.
Once you open this, fucking 70 years later, I bet that it goes old within like hours.
Ha, what a time capsule. It smells kind of fruity and wholesome.
I mean, it's already
It's
old, but it's not
really interesting. And look at that piece of a biscuit
ruined.
on the top. I can't help it. That is so crisp. That's whole grain too. That's not overly processed. That tastes like a really good crouton. That's unbelievable. Wow. And it tasted like there was like a little bit of rye in there or something. Interesting whole grain biscuit. Okay, some sugar cubes right off the bat. Sweeten it with domino.
Welcome to Uganda.
This oldie's making me shake already. Check this out. Okay, it's always the old ones that do it to me. Oh hey, look at that. A key inside the can.
Is it a beverage?
Grab that real quick. That's for your M unit. We'll save that. And those meat units, they all bit the dust years ago. So finding something like that would be like truly amazing. Is that mold or is, I don't know what that is on there. I'm still probably gonna get another bite of it. But yeah, so there's your confection, the hard candies. And so what's, I'm guessing this is gonna be coffee. We'll check that out in a second. Oh wow, look at that. Those are a weird kind of charms candy. Very interesting. Yeah. Wow. Looking pretty good. Let's get this
No,
out
it
of
looks
the
fucking
tray.
awful.
Nice. Okay, let's first start off with that coffee. I believe this is coffee. Yeah, let's figure out how to wedge it up with this knife. It'll take you a minute to open this thing. There we go. Would you look at that? I can't even believe it. That old coffee. It smells very robust. Very interesting. There's something about it. What is that? That is it smells so nutty. Very nutty. I gotta poke it with a fork. Oh, that is so satisfying. Listen to that. It's like poking a moon rock. Oh, that's incredible. We're gonna drop this into a mess cup.
Okay.
Let's just dump the whole thing in there.
It's not coffee, it's fucking snuff.
Interesting little tin. That's for sure. And it looks like one of those charm candies liquefied a
drink
little
it.
bit on the top. That's what that was. Alright, let's check out this sugar cube.
What if it is?
Oh, that's looking perfect. Sweeten it with domino. And we'll just do one cube. Look at that. That coffee looks pretty good. Fantastic. So let's check out these biscuits. Those have a little bit of a sketchy look to them. Like this one here. Yeah, might not eat the one with the weird, I mean that, I don't know what that is. Scrape it off and I guess it's better, but why don't we try
I don't think
out
the
one
5
that's a
second
little
rule
less
applies
weird.
here.
That one there looks pretty good. Those are some wholesome looking biscuits. I gotta try one of these out right now. That's perfectly fine. That's amazing. That thing, that's a 75-year-old biscuit. And it's perfectly edible. Sorry for talking my mouth full again, but yeah, this is just, it's, they
What's wrong with
changed the
talking with your
biscuit
mouth
formula
full?
a few times in 1941. By 42, it was kind of perfected. Look at that interesting whole grain look. That's a whole grain biscuit. It's 75 years old. with a perfect airy crunch. It's not bitter or anything. I keep picking up a little bit of rye. That's really, oh wow, that's just so satisfying. That's one of the most delicious biscuits. Oh wow, this is some really smooth coffee. It tastes a lot like just some really good coffee instant. There's like zero bitterness. It's mildly acidic. It's kind of a light to medium roast. It's still really hot. We'll come back to that in a minute. That's good coffee. It's really
I feel like this guy is not very picky at all.
Gotta go for one of these. It looks like each one is a different flavor. The one, sadly, is liquefied.
Or maybe he's super picky.
But
But not just when it comes to his content.
Tastes like lime. That's lime flavor. Yeah, it kind of has its color coming back. Yeah, that used to be green. It's still pretty green. Kind of chewing bits of plastic off it along the way here. It's just a good, sweet, lightly flavored with artificial lime flavored hard candy. Only downside to it's the cellophane was still stuck to it. Other than that, it's perfect. That's just a really good, enjoyable.
Wait, so there was no meat in this whatsoever?
Candy. Look at it now. That's pretty cool. It's more like a traditional boiled sweet. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's check out this coffee again. Oh yeah, that tastes just like coffee instant type 1. Perfectly smooth, just perfect coffee. That's fantastic.
He said he got in
0.25 ounces of coffee in that little can. They switched it from 0.36 ounces down to 0.25 ounces of coffee in December 1940. That's when there was the majority of changes to these B units. But after that, they just changed the formula of these biscuits a few times, switched from a chocolate bar to hard candy a few times. And the only other thing would be, instead of coffee, sometimes it'd be a lemon beverage drink mix or cocoa beverage powder, which would be in a little disc that you had to break out. Awesome whole grain biscuit. That has way better than an MRE cracker. A brand new 1 week old MRE cracker tastes less flavorful and less fresh than this does. I am not joking. This here,
you're not
no
joking,
joke,
huh?
This right here tastes perfectly fresh, perfectly palatable.
Sure.
Not one person would say that looks or smells or tastes strange. Well, except for maybe this biscuit here. I won't even eat it. I don't know what that is. Something scuffed on it. I've eaten an old chocolate chip cookie that had a mold spot. I didn't notice it until like a few months later. But
he doesn't know what that is.
I'm loving this. This right here. This coffee tastes like a.
It's probably
type 1 and
10 minutes long YouTube video.
It's smooth. It's lightly acidic. It has a nutty undertone. This is incredible. That's some of the best coffee. All right. This biscuit, it's perfect. I can't believe it. It's not stale, it's not rancid. It is a perfect crunch. It's quite the experience. 75 years old. It is exactly what the heroes of World War II ate.
Kona. Shaggy.
Whole grain, whole wheat, and rye kind of flavor. It's really interesting.
Oh, Scooby Snacks?
I can't believe this. This is usually when you open up one of these World War II rations, they're at least a little bit stale. They're a little bit turned. This isn't at all. One of those candies is slightly liquefied, and one of those biscuits has some weird mold on it. This one doesn't, though. And I don't know if that's mold. It could just be scuffed.
Oh my god.
I think that was the cracker that was on the top. It could have been scuffing around.
We get it. There's some weird shit on the cookie. Shut the fuck up.
3/4 of a century, so. In the later part of the war, they started giving more variation on these B units. Instead of just one kind of B unit, they had 3 different kinds. A breakfast, dinner, and supper B unit. That coffee. Wow. It really tastes like chock full of nuts. And that quarter-ounce portion is a perfect amount for a mess cup. So that was really cool. It's very unexpected. It's about as close as you can get to traveling back in time. These biscuits, they're not salted. That's one thing I want to mention. That's kind of interesting.
What about that cookie though?
MRE crackers
with the shit on
or
it.
MCI crackers. Hollow, almost wafer kind of deal to it. That will never get old to me. That amazement of this perfectly stored food. Well, near perfect. I mean, there are a couple flaws. Some liquefied candy, some weird scuffs, and those biscuits.
Oh.
I'm sure those scuffs are just fine. Wow, the rye in this is awesome. Amazing. Well, this is a U.S. Army Field Ration C B unit from November 1942. Absolutely amazing. Just another food storage phenomenon, and definitely didn't expect these components to have held up as well as they did. Anyway, this is Steve 1989 off MRE Info. Hope you liked the video, and I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Hooray, cool. See ya.
I would not want to eat that. The food back then wasn't really that good either, probably, even when it was fresh. Compared to today. If we're gonna be honest. People hadn't experimented enough with like spices and stuff yet. Today's all artificial, but food tastes good. Science, bitch. How do you know? How do I know food tastes good? I don't know. I'm a regular eater. I eat every day, actually. One of those people. Back then, 70 years ago, what's really good today that was hard to do back then? Processed shit. I'm thinking like in terms of meat and fish and cheese. Fish is probably a bit on the sketchy side back then. Yeah, especially seafood. Especially seafood. Like shrimps and stuff. Sushi wasn't really a thing, right? I don't know. People got probably more sick from that shit back then. Why the question marks?